The road was almost empty, just the sound of the wind moving through the fields and the steady hum of tires against the asphalt. Miguel drove with no hurry. The radio was off. His phone had no signal, just him and his thoughts. Sometimes traveling alone was the only way to put life back in order. This wasn't a vacation, it was an escape. A few days earlier, he had lost his job. Bills were piling up. And inside his chest, there was a kind of exhaustion that sleep couldn't fix. So he got in his car and just started driving. No clear destination, just the road, just silence. The sky slowly grew darker. Heavy clouds swallowed the sunset. Then the rain came, soft at first, drawing thin lines across the windshield. That's when he saw something on the shoulder of the road. At first he thought it was a trash bag. Then he realized it was someone, a man, lying near the ditch, soaked, dirty, motionless. Miguel slowed down. His chest tightened, but his mind spoke louder. Don't get involved. It could be dangerous. Someone else will stop. A car sped past him, then another. No one stopped. He kept driving for a few seconds, but something inside him started to ache, like a quiet voice whispering, "What if it were you?" He gripped the steering wheel, tried to ignore it, but he couldn't. He let out a long breath and made a U-turn. By the time he parked, the rain was heavier. He ran toward the man. He was hurt, shivering, scared, probably robbed. His backpack was torn, his face bruised, and his eyes, they had that empty look of someone who had already given up. Miguel knelt beside him. "Hey, it's okay. I'm here." His own voice sounded strange. It had been a long time since he'd said that to anyone. "I'm here." He helped the stranger stand, put him in the passenger seat, gave him water, turned on the heater, and drove to the nearest town, a small hospital. White lights, silent halls. He filled out forms, paid for medicine, waited. Even though he was tired, even though money was tight, even though he had no obligation at all. Hours later, sitting alone in the hallway, Miguel noticed something strange. For the first time in days, his chest felt lighter. The problems were still there. The job hadn't come back. The bills were still waiting, but the emptiness wasn't. That hollow space inside him had grown smaller, as if helping someone else had stitched something back together inside him too. Before leaving, the man grabbed his arm, eyes filled with tears. "Why did you stop? When everyone else kept going?" Miguel thought for a moment. He honestly didn't know. So he answered the only thing that felt true. "Because if I didn't stop, I wouldn't be human anymore." When he got back on the road, the sun was rising. The rain was gone. The sky was clear, golden. Light poured through the windshield like a new beginning. He turned on the radio, smiled softly, and kept driving. But now he wasn't running away. He was going home, back to his life, back to himself, because sometimes we think we're the ones who are lost. But God places someone broken on our path, just to remind us who we really are, and that loving your neighbor is still the shortest road to peace. Faith